Hi felters, crafters, makers, everyone in between. Welcome to the Felt Hub. I wanted to do a quick tutorial today on how to needle felt acorns, and the reason is, well, there's several reasons, but firstly, you can put them on just about anything during the autumn and fall seasonal months, and also at Christmas. I keep them up at Christmas. These type of things I hang on the Christmas tree. So the reason I love acorns is they are a 5-minute make, or 5-ish minutes, and I've got them here on my garland, this autumnal garlands. I've got little acorns here. I've made the caps as well, really easy. I've added a pumpkin, and then when I've got bored of making the acorns, I've just popped on some of the bought balls, but you can make them as well. And the other thing I have used acorns for is for the hat on this numpkin. I made a pumpkin the other day, and I used an acorn for the center. So instead of using a leaf or a stalk, I popped a pumpkin in, which I thought was nice just for a change. And then this autumn wreath, these are all tutorials. So you can find all of these in the Felt Hub. I've put these on this wreath, and this wreath took 90 minutes to make because I've just used real acorn caps and stuck them on. And then just recently in my online needle felting course, we had a forest school week, and this was the sort of showstopper make at the end of the week. And I've added a little forest onto this gnome's hat. So he's got the acorn there, I've got a little acorn there and some leaves. And I absolutely love that effect. I just think it looks fantastic with all the gorgeous autumn colours. So there is no end to the possibilities of what you can do with an acorn. Now, I'm going to use my trusty barbecue skewer today because it just makes life a lot easier, especially when you're working on a small project. I've got a range of wools here, and any of these would look absolutely fantastic on their own, but I think I'm going to do a bit of blending. So I'm going to take these 3 colours for the acorn, and then that's going to be for the acorn cap. These are all carded wool slivers, and these are from World of Wool. They have a massive range. So you've got this gorgeous blended one here. So you've half the job's done already there, because that's blended, but they are just lovely wools. So you can get these World of Wool. Heidi Feathers do a nice range of carded slivers as well. They're just really lovely. So, and it's a perfect project if you've got scraps of wool, like the patch pumpkin that's gone up on the channel. Great for getting rid of all those scraps. And as needle felters, we have always got bags full of scraps. So I think I'm going to do a blend of 3 colours. So I'm just going to I only want thin, small bits. I mean, that's probably too much, but I'll make extra acorns with them. I've got that just to tone it down a little bit. These lovely, earthy, autumny, beautiful greens. And that is like a burnt orange with a bright pink flecked through it. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate those to make them a little bit shorter. And then I'm just going to pull them in half again, and then just keep splitting, stacking them up, splitting and stacking till we start to get this really nice blend coming through. You can do this on those dog slicker brushes as well. They're really handy if you've just got small amounts, so you don't have to invest in an expensive carder. But I usually do this kind of thing by hand, just because I'm usually doing a small amount, especially if I'm doing needle felted pictures, something like that. So just keep stacking and separating, trying to keep them all in the same direction, so on top of each other. And then I'm just going to lay them out like that, so that I've got a nice length to wrap around my barbecue skewer. But if you wanted to, you could just pull off a single length and just wrap around the skewer like that. But I wanted to do some blending because I love the colours on an acorn when they're blended. So I have my mat here. Use finger guards if you are just starting needle felting, and then if you feel that you can manage without them, then you can sort of dispose of them later on. I'm using my favourite 38 star good all-rounder and a fine needle, but I don't think I'll need the fine needle, maybe just for the end. And so there we have our blends. So I'm just going to roll that in in my hands. I'm just going to just gently felt that there, just so it holds when I wrap it round. Take the skewer, just twizzle the end there. And what we're aiming for, this is one of the core shapes of needle felting. So we are going to be making an oval shape, which is the acorn. And another version of this is the ball shape that you make. So you make them both the same way, just shape them slightly differently. And the trick is keep your fingers close to that barbecue skewer. Keep it flat, keep the air out, and then turn it on a slight diagonal and then bring it back down. Remember, we don't want to get too long with this. It's just a little acorn. And then when we've done a few wraps, we go and we poke around just to felt it into place. And we're not leaving anything loose on the ends because we're not attaching it to anything. You know, because for a lot of projects you leave the ends loose so that you can attach them, but because we're not doing that. And then just keep wrapping it around. And you can see it's sort of getting bigger in the middle. I'm just going to thin that out. And narrower at the ends. And that blend, you can see, is such a lovely colour. And the reason I love making acorns, or anything small like this, these little mushrooms on the hat here as well, are just really, really sweet. It's sometimes, quite often, doesn't matter how good we are at needle felting or crafting, we really haven't got the mindset or the energy on that particular day to make a full project. We don't have the time, or we just want something mindful just to take our minds off everything that's going on around us. And this is perfect. I do lots of these when I just don't feel it, you know, and I don't want to spend hours doing a really big project. You do these, and before you know it, you've got lots of them done, and then you can create these really beautiful ornamental home decor items. And you really, you know, it's not difficult. You don't have to think too much. You're just felting and turning, getting all the air out. Doesn't need too much felting. I am going to add some more on though. I'm going to have a slightly wider end, which is going to be the top of the acorn. And if you don't want to make the caps, you can actually buy the natural acorn caps, like I have on this one, and they look really, really nice. And I just stick them on with a little bit of glue. But it's a great project just for zoning out. In fact, I don't think I even need to do that. I think just using it as it is, like that, just that short piece should be absolutely fine. And then wrap around again, and we've got this beautiful blend of wool. And it's a really easy way to needle felt because there's not much thought goes into this. Just keep focusing on that shape. And if one end ends up wider and ends up being the top, then so be it. You just go with what the wool's doing, but don't stress over it. And look at these lovely blends that we've got in here now. See how nice they are. Those browns and those reds and a little bit of pink. It's just got all of the autumn feels going on there with those colour blends. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. But you can, once you've made one, you know what you're doing. You could probably make one in 5 minutes, including the acorn cap as well, maybe 7 minutes. So you can churn these out all day if you want, and if that's all you want to do and it gives you that respite from everything else that's going on in the world, then just do that. It's you know, the needle felting in any craft is split into 2 parts, I believe. Anyway, I believe it's split into the part that is good for our mental health, helps us be mindful and quiet for a while, and then there's the end result. And the two, in a way, are not even connected, because what's really important is the doing. That's all that matters. What you get at the end, that's just a lovely bonus. But just to sit, play with the wool, And this is a great way to get used to how wool fibres work as well. So if you've just started needle felting, this is perfect. And now what you can do here is, if you have a fine needle, you don't need to, but because those fibres are nice and matted together, and the reason that they mat together so quickly and easily and in such a nice shape is because you've got all the air out of it when you've wrapped it round. You've really kept it nice and firm. So there wasn't an awful lot of needle felting actually needed to be done. So now I'm going around with a fine needle because I'm just going through those surface layers. Oh, I love this colour. It's quite tweedy. With a sort of tweed. And it's a little bit rounder than I want at the moment, but that's fine because I'll shape that when I take it off, which I'm going to do now. So take that off, and then I'm just going to roll it backwards and forwards just very gently, and that just lengthens that. So now you've got that lovely acorn shape. We'll just narrow this base a little bit, and that will cover that little hole from the barbecue skewer whilst we do it. There we go. We're not going to see that because we're going to cover that with its cap. And there we go. That is our acorn base made, ready. Now it's time for the cap. So I think for the cap, I'm going to go for a really nice light wool. So this is a really light fawn. Again, this is a world of wool. And they are called slivers, but I also call them long lengths. So you're looking for the long lengths of carded wool. And carded wool is just where the fibres are much shorter because they're brushed in lots of different directions. Whereas a wool top, and wool tops work really well for this project as well. So that's what I mean. It's a really good project. You can use wool tops or carded wool for this. Ideal. But wool tops have got much longer lengths, are much smoother and brushed in the same direction. But you'll find lots of guides on the channel explaining. So I'm just going to pull a tiny little bit of this lovely fawn coloured wool. I'm going to quickly just make a round top by drawing around with the felting needle there. And then I'm just going to bring it in. And I made a very, very rough shape. I'm not sure if that's going to be too big. Let's just get some of that weight in. So you can either do it this way, so you're half shaping it whilst it's on the mat. And the reason that we pull the wool in is because it gives us nice soft edges. And for this, you don't want to get rid of needle marks, because if you look at those acorn caps, they've got those sort of knobbly bits on. So the more needle marks in this, the better, really. Fat end, try there. Oops. Slippery little suckers. And then pop it on like a little hat. Take your needle, just poke through the middle till some of those fibres catch. And then down the sides. And this is where I would advise finger guards. And then just go around. And it looks really odd and scruffy at the moment. And that's absolutely fine. Needle felting is one of those crafts where it can just look so wrong for so long, and then all of a sudden it doesn't. So don't stress if you think this is just never going to look right. You just got to work it a little bit. Just keep going. It's just a little bit of time. And for crafters who really like quick makes, who don't like to spend hours on one project, these little makes are absolutely fantastic. Like the pumpkins, that can be made in 20 minutes. My class of students on the felting course that's just finished, I gave them that as an extra project for one of the weeks, for Forest School Week, and they're all absolutely hooked. They love them. And I can see how that's starting to shape. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flatten it down onto the edge of the acorn a little bit, and then I'm going to pop my needle up under there. You'll see in a moment. So that's looking a bit flat, but it won't in a moment. And then carefully just, I'm going to go back to my 38, just get your needle and then just push that up. So I want it sitting proud on top of that acorn. Just keep working around. And you can actually shape the acorn underneath, you know, so you can sort of narrow it as you're doing this so that it looks to be a complete part of the cap. And so you've got that ridge, so that creates that, like that shadow. And then we can just poke it down again once we've gone under there. I've probably used too much wool on this, but I wouldn't start again because I think it looks absolutely fine. I could have got away with half that amount of wool, but when you're working small, you will find that you'll tend to use more, but you'll soon get used to it. Once you've made a few, you can tip it up that way as well. Go around the base that way. So you see that actually looks like a cap. There we go. Let's just neaten these sides. So we want it just to look nice and neat around the edges. And then just part of the acorn. And then in the middle here, I'm going to just put a tiny little stalk. And when I say tiny, I'm talking really tiny. So let's take a tiny amount of wool. Let's just mat it in our fingers. And let's just fold it around, put it in our hands. Leave a little bit loose at the end. So you can see that loose bit there, because that's going to attach to the cap itself. This is going to be the stalk. So let's just felt this and then roll it in our fingers again. And then want that end flat. So I'm going to go back to my fine needle here. I'm just going to poke that end in. I'm going to be very careful with my finger. I'm keeping that finger on top of that stalk and just poking in the top very gently, just so it flattens. There we go. And then another little rub in our fingers just to flatten it, take off any loose fibre, and then lay it on its side. You can see there, and get your needle and just poke that in. And you see that starts to stand up itself. And then take it back to your mat once you've got that and work around. And you can shorten that. If it's a bit long, you can just keep poking that wool through, and that wool will be drawn through into the top of the cap and shortened. And that, my darling felters, is your needle felted acorn, ready to adorn any hat, any autumn display, anywhere you like. You can never have too many of them. And if you really liked my content, then give me a subscribe, a thumbs up, a like, share, let everyone know I'm here. I would be very grateful. All right, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.